Hey everybody, welcome to the new video. This is Max from server 133. Before starting, let me introduce you to the K40 Michael of 23.7 billion with some of the best buffs on the server. 2200% to 2500% buffs. Awesome keep, good march, good generals, wonderful account, but didn't make into All Stars Juniors. Yes, this account did not qualify for All Stars Juniors. Forget about Elite and Majors. Now let me begin the joke of this season. My dear friends, in my alliance, Ravi K37 with 1.4 billion, who has now increased his power to 1.5, got into All Stars Major League, also unlocked his Red Wings. Rabin K38 3.3 or 3.4 billion got into All Stars Major League and also unlocked his Red Wings in the same season. But yet Michael couldn't. Let me explain you what Michael is and let me explain you what Ravi and Rabin are. Michael is very heavy on power. His buffs are okay. I would not say they are great because his power is heavy. Michael is a selfish and a solo player. He built up an alliance. He bought accounts. He has two people to play with him all the time. There are no active members in his alliance, but they are all arrogant and ignorant people, all sitting under one house. So they are all happy with each other. Ravi and Rabin have got a team of 15 people to play with him in the battlefield. 15 people willing to put their time and effort to get them achieve big. In this video, I will be sharing some of the secrets, some of the tips which I have told before, but will make sense to you as we move forward. Again, back to comparison. Michael gained his power to 23.7 billion so that he could control, so that he does not get zeroed by bigger alliance while he is doing tile hitting, while he is zeroing players, while he is stealing subordinate cities, while people are trying to take thrones, he would go and hit them. He was doing good in the start, but as time moved on, he started failing. Why did he start failing? Because people understood the meaning of the word teamwork. Michael's alliance, if you remember, a lot of time back I made a video about a beautiful woman who is in her 60s. Sorry, did I say beautiful? No, a bitchful woman who's in her 60s used to trash with me a lot, right? You would all remember our dear friend Cisca. So guess what? Cisca is still a K30 with Wonder 2. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not Wonder 2, it's just Golden Wings. Golden Wings, that's it. She does not know PvP. She has been playing for 3 years. She does not learn PvP, nothing. But you can see here, she bought an account with the name KOD Earth. Why? Because, you know, this lady does not know how to do PvP. Then, hey, I can buy an account. End of the story. And she bought an account. So now she has a 6.1 billion K40, which is good for nothing. Let me tell you why. Even after having so many big accounts, so much power, so much buffs, everything, Michael couldn't get into All Stars Junior. Michael couldn't get into All Stars Elite nor Majors. Like, forget Red Wings, he is not even qualifying for any of the leagues. Why is this with Michael? Because there is no coordination among the team. These guys, they have no teamwork. They don't do calls. On what basis I'm saying they don't do calls? Because I have played with them for at least 6 months. And when I try to do calls, Michael will be like, why are you guys sitting and talking on the call? Hey asshole, we were not talking on the call. We were collaborating, we were doing teamwork. To which things went south, didn't happen. You remember the video, I'll share the link in the description, wherein I spoke about some arrogant R4 where Cisca gets a mini heart attack when she sees a red screen due to a scout. Oh my god, my screen is red. If you remember that. Yeah, if you don't, watch the video. But anyways, that is Michael. He also joined another alliance during the season to get more points, but he couldn't. Why? Because there were only 2 people in the other alliance, and then Michael says they don't know how to play, they don't have No bro, it's not like that. You are so big on power, but your buffs are so weak compared to your power that you are literally a liability on your team. Now let me explain you our team. Ravi K37 1.4 billion became 1.5, let's say 1.5 billion. His highest range buff is only 1500. But look at his keep power, 1.5. versus Michael 23.7, let's call him 20 billion, a little lower on size. With 20 billion power, his range match buff is just 2200 or 2400. What is the point? Such high power with so low buffs, whereas such low power with so high buffs. Let's look at Rabin. K38 3.3 billion. Even he has a very similar buff, 1500 to 1600 range troop attack. I am a non-coiner. My buffs are like 1900 or something. In Battlefield it goes beyond 2000, but I would say less, 1900. We'll show you the rankings as well. Now even after such a difficult matchup, even after so less buffs, Rabin and Ravi could get their red wings. Let me also show you some accounts. Silly Willy 4.8 billion, K39 range to buff 1800, 1700, not beyond that. CP K38 1.8 billion when he got his red wings. His buffs back then 1500, 1600, not beyond that. Von Duel 3.3 billion, K39 when he got his red wings. Now he's 3.6. He got his red wings with a buff of only 1300% range troop attack. Can you imagine that? Just 1300%. Why and how? So let me show you the rankings of our team. So when you go to the Battle of Constantinople, personal ranking, season ranking, view all, we start from the top 100, sorry, to 400 league. At rank 150 we have Rabin sitting. At rank 150 we have Rabin. Rank 189 we have Ravi. In the elite league, at rank 546 is my account. Just if we move down, at rank 551 is Chibod, and then we have somebody from our alliance at 597, Wabbit. It's basically rabbit, but you know, Wabbit. You get that, right? 3 accounts in elite league, 2 accounts in major league, and we have 1 account in junior, but I don't know how far his rank is because I never recorded his rank. But yes, he's there. I can actually look with you guys for a minute and then give you his rankings. There you go. NBA the one 1094. What is the point here? What is the strategy here? We decided not to go all together in one battlefield. We would go part by part. Like I would skip a battlefield, you would skip a battlefield, he would skip a battlefield. But Rabin and Ravi won't skip a battlefield. They'll play all 4 battlefields. To help them score more, we also send one of them to a different alliance in the middle of the season after the second battlefield. That, you know, you go to this alliance, you play for yourself, you make your points. And he did. He played solo. Of course, we all assisted him with accounts of other alliance members that were not active. And he made points. See, the strategy is very simple. Why a K40 with 23 billion couldn't get it, but only a K37 of 1.5 billion got it? Strategy is very simple. You need teamwork. Everybody else is just focusing on force putting the enemies, zeroing the enemies. Rabin, Ravi are focusing on taking the buildings. Buildings will give them heavy points. Rest everybody else is just force putting the enemies, jumping around here and there. And that's how they were in the game and making points. In case of Michael, Michael is doing the opposite thing. He focuses on killing players. I am the big guy. I have the buffs. Let me kill people. He does that. He kills their marches on the buildings. He kills their troops in the city and all of that. What happens ultimately? As there is no teamwork, there is no collaboration, his final scores don't make enough. Whereas our teamwork, our collaboration make it happen. Number 2, winning the battlefield. If you lose the battlefield, I don't know where it's mentioned, but I read it long time back. I'll just quickly go through this. It's somewhere mentioned, I don't know exactly where, but if you win you get more points, if not more than what you have got, but if you lose, whatever scores you have will be deducted by a certain percentage for the round ranking, alliance ranking. Okay, in alliance ranking you see point number 2, a battlefield victory can gain the victory alliance a certain amount of points, while losing a battlefield will remove a certain amount of points. The points are determined by the total power of the participants up to 20 players. All alliance being from the elite league, an alliance can enter the major league when the ranking top 100, and then the super league when the rank is top 10. So if your alliance is not winning the battlefield but you are playing solo and selfish and making 70,000 points, it's of going to be no use, because those 70,000 points will have a cut. You should be losing approximately 40% of your points. I may not be 100% correct over here, but this is what I remember reading somewhere or speaking to someone and they mentioned me about this. I may not be 100% correct, but yes. So if you win a battlefield and you score 50,000, your 50,000 is going to appear. But if you lose a battlefield, it is not going to appear. For your scores to appear in here, your round ranking is very important. So if your alliance is not coming in the top 500, then there is no point. I think I can show you guys our battlefield scores. You see these scores: 64, 77, 81, 69. These are not too big scores. And you see here, all loss. Why are these so many losses? This is when we all try some really fun stuff. We all select super big accounts and select time wherein we just want rewards but not to play. Whereas the wins is actually when you coordinate everything, plan and play. Let's talk about some more things. This is basically a suggestion to people who have spent too much money in the account, like Mr. Michael has, who has built a big account like Michael has, who has tried to dominate the server like Michael couldn't. So this is for you. If you are playing in a server and if you think that there is no people to coordinate with you, collaborate with you or team up with you, stop playing in that server. Why? It's of no use. You're just burning your time and money. You don't have a team. No matter how hard you try, you're not going to get it. Number 2, join an active alliance. If you're sitting in an inactive alliance, you're going nowhere. You're not getting any points, you're not getting any rewards, you're going nowhere. Practically, you're going nowhere. Rather, join a team of which is like big, they're doing good, they're active, merge into them. At least you will have a scope to grow. If you do not merge into them because you want to remain an R5, you want to remain an R4, you want to remain a leader, that leadership is useless if you're not worth being a leader. Moving forward, if you don't have a team, if you're not willing to join anybody's leadership, start fresh in a new server. And let me tell you why. I have done some one-to-one coaching sessions with some players wherein I have looked into their keep, I have looked into their alliance, I have looked into how things are going. I'll give you an example of one player. I'll not speak much about their identity, but it's in a continent 4 server. The player is playing for almost 1.5 years. Almost. The keep has Wonder 1 but is not getting Wonder 2 because there is other alliance politics. The server has nap, full-time nap. But if you are found tile hitting, if you are found stealing bosses, there will be no rules left for you. You will be zeroed. He is not being taken in any other alliance because the other alliances are racist and they are not ready to accept him due to his race. I'll not speak about the race, not the caste, religion, anything. You guys understand why. I don't want to defame that server because they are racist. Their explanation is simple. Because you do not play with us on calls in Battlefield, we will not take you in the alliance. So you see, that itself is a very good thing. Having so much power but less buffs can be still compensated by having teamwork. I suggested him to start fresh in a new server. 3 months down the line, he is currently in Continent 6. 3 months down the line, he got his Wonder 1, he got his Wonder 2, he is the R4 of the Rank 1 Alliance, he is playing All Stars Major. What is the point? If there is a place where you are not getting ahead, leave your bloody ego aside, leave your over smartness aside, start fresh on a new server. The time, the money that you're spending on your server is a waste because you are never going to catch up. People who are going to have their ego, their arrogance are not letting you go anywhere. If you're wasting your money, you're just playing a game of catch up. Unless if you have $500,000 to burn it right away. And then play the game of leading the server. Then there's nobody to stop you. One of the players that I recently met, he mentioned he burned $50,000 within 1 month in the game. I sat and did the calculation. You can't burn more than $1,200 a day. But he said 50, then I believe him. He spent $50,000 in a month only so that he could be the leader of the server. After he became the leader of the server, the biggest account in the server, his alliance became the biggest, people started following him, he started giving stamina, subs, everything as gifts to players so that they would stay loyal to him. Today, he is one of the biggest and the best account in the server, but his home is gone. He has a lot of personal life problems. I'm not sharing the details of the player. He put his home on mortgage or something and it's gone. He couldn't pay the loan or anything that he had. Now he's just miserable in real life, but he's happy because he's the server leader. Choose wisely. Real life versus game life. I don't spend much in this game. The highest amount I would have spent in this game is $10 a month, $20 a month for the alliance package. If you see here, this alliance shop, I didn't buy it this month. I'm planning to buy, but it's locked. You see, I'm not going to buy it now. I'll buy it in one of these weekend events. So that's the point. Spend wisely, spend for the right thing. Well, I can keep bragging about this on and on, but I think I can conclude the video now. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you so much for tuning in. And always remember, don't be a Michael, because Michael has a good keep, good buff, good gameplay, but stupid team, stupid himself, and cannot get into All Stars. So don't be Michael. You can be Ravi, you can be Rebin, you can be CP. Even CP got his Red Wings at a K37 1.8 billion. He is now K38 1.9. So Warn Duel is here, 3.6 billion. Silly Willy is here, 4.8. Myself, I got it at 4.3 billion, K40. One thing, quality, not quantity. And with this, I conclude the video. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Max from Servo 133 signing out. I'll see you guys next time.